The overall index provides a 0 to 100 scale on how close a school is to meeting all of the various measures on the school index. As was discussed in our introductory video, there are 7 possible indices that all combine to come up with our overall index. In this example, we have a school that has ratings in all 7 of the possible categories. For a school that has all 7 possible categories, this is the way that all those different index values are weighted into the overall index. The student growth has the most value at 34%, and then we have student proficiency, followed by school quality and student success, which has various subcomponents: 4-year, 5-year, 6-year graduation rate, English learner progress, and general participation in the state assessment and English learner participation in the state assessment. So back to our example that has all 7 components, we can see that there's numbers in each and that it results in an overall index. So if we were to click View More on the overall index, what we'll see is that the index value that came from the first screen, it is multiplied by the percent weight, which gives a weighted index. All of those are combined, and that gives us our overall index. In this case, this district would be 64.76% of the way to meeting all of the benchmarks set by the ESSA plan. But what about schools that don't have scores in every one of these areas? So we have an example here of an elementary school, and this elementary school, because of its grade configuration, was not able to show or calculate growth, I should say, this year because of missing the last few years for COVID. And so we have a proficiency index, we have a school quality index, and an assessment participation index. This school was an elementary school, so there was no graduation rate component, and this school did not have enough English learners to provide an index for English learner progress or participation. So what would happen in this case? If we click on that overall value, then we would see that the percent weight that is attributed to the 3 areas that do qualify has been distributed and increased to still be able to add up to 100. So we would take 96.92 times 64%, and we would get that weighted index for each of those categories, and we add those up to get an overall index for 88.39, which means for this school, based on the categories that it can get rated on, it's 88.39% of the way to meeting all of the different criteria for the ESSA plan.